I feel wonderful, you know. I can't wait to see the grid of Masters Endurance Legend as well. We have a great turn-up of the Peugeot there at his place because his car was always on pole position. It was such a good car. So she's where she belongs, on pole position. You know what I mean? So we put her where we haven't taken out of retirement for nothing. Huh? We put her where she belongs. Chamberlain Synergy, they've got massive experience, you know, Bob, Steve, all the mechanic, they know their stuff. So you can give them like anything, they're like the MacGyver of motorsport, they find a way of making it work. The whole story about those 908 is that, for a start, it's just a beautiful story. I've had some of the best time of my career driving these cars. They were like, when they came out into the scene, they just blew everybody away. They were the fastest sports car of their time. So we had the first generation of 908 was with a V12 engine, and we just used to kill everybody with it. It was so fast. We had great power, but especially a great team behind the car. So like Peugeot Sport was like very strong, strategy was so good, and you know, it's like a big family. So we just arrived and we had massive good time. And then after there was an evolution. We came with new technical regulation, and we had the V8 car who came out, which was another step in technology, maybe not in speed, but in technology, which is the car I'm driving this weekend. It all came out, and you know, I did 5 years of racing, having a time of my life, then everything stopped, like every good thing had to stop one day. And since 2012, everything is in the garage somewhere, you know.
Right.
And then Chamberlain Synergy just had a ding, which I knew Bob and Kriton, and you know, I know them very well. We just decided to go and purchase some 908s. So yeah, you take those cars and you go look at them in the warehouse, you know, or at Peugeot Sport or somewhere, because they have been put in different corners. They have different program now, so they have to. This is something different, gone. They do something new. So those cars are like in hibernation, you know. And then when they come out, you look at them, you can see they're such a beautiful piece of machinery. They're like a jewel, you know, something. I can't describe it. I think they're so beautiful. What do you feel about this car? I just want to know first, because I have like a massive passion for this, because it was some of the best time of my career, and it's like iconic cars, and you know, I've been part of that team and stuff. But I'm so excited to see you, what you think of it, because it's so big for me, and I want to know how you feel about this car when you drove it. When the first time, I mean, tell me the story, how it goes about. And
well, first of all, looking at the car, it's so beautiful. And when you see the car in detail, I mean, opening the engine compartment and looking at the suspension, the car is a piece of art. So you starting from there, you know, I was impressed. Initially, when I first saw the car, it was nice, but now that I look into the detail, the car is fantastic.
It's like a piece of jewelry, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And everything looks, you know, so well made, and the car looks so robust. So it's like a rock. Then driving the car was fantastic. I mean,
when you first sat in the car and then you just sit in it, did you feel Because you've driven many cars, Formula One and all this like this, but this
Yeah.
is like a closed-top car, so you feel very much.
It's really special. The cockpit is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the steering wheel is like an F1
Yeah.
with all these buttons. And driving the car, I was really impressed from the grip. The grip was amazing.
There's a lot of downforce on those
Lots
cars.
of downforce, lots of grip. It was an amazing feeling.
Did you feel as well that it's like a well-sorted kind of car?
Very.
It's like it's quite stiff
Very much so.
because
very
it's
much so.
got to be with aerodynamic.
Very, very, very. I mean, the car looks very well sorted. It runs perfectly.
It does what you ask as well, doesn't it?
Everything,
Yeah.
everything you ask. The car was amazing. I was really impressed.
What about the diesel power?
Yeah, it's
When you come out of the box,
huge torque, and I think the car is very fast, but
you don't realize.
sometimes you don't realize when you're inside.
It's often the story of like when a car is really well made, you have like you don't feel the speed,
Yes,
but you look at the lap time and you say, wow, that's
exactly.
quick. You know?
Yes. You don't realize how quick the car is.
And how is he going with everybody within the team, and or we put everything together?
Very
You're
well,
happy
I
with
think-
everything?
I know the team for a few years now
Hmm.
from the other cars we have, and the team works very well together, and I think they're very excited with this car.
Yeah.
They are really excited. You can see the passion.
Yeah, you can
they
see the
have.
passion. Yeah,
Yes,
and there is
they
a
are
feel-
really excited. Really excited.
Yeah. When you start it and you warm it up and just
They're
like
very,
it's like
very
everything is
excited.
building up. And,
They are very excited. It's really impressive. I mean, they have a passion for that.
yeah. And yesterday in qualifying, it was a little bit tricky, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because it was damp and a bit oily. I couldn't feel much grip like the day before when I drove the car during it was dry.
Yeah.
But still, it was good. I haven't done many laps, but the car was very, very, very good.
We just like we were saying, you take the weekend as a shakedown
Yes,
because the car has come out of hibernation, kind of, hasn't
absolutely. And I don't know the car. I haven't driven before, so I think I will be a bit conservative. I will not try to push too much, but
it? It's just like having a good time, isn't it?
yes, that's the most important.
Yeah.
most
Fantastic. And the
important.
race today, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I think it will be nice. The grid is fantastic. It's
beautiful grid.
It's exciting to see all these cars. It's really, I mean, all these cars are amazing.
It was a good era of sports car that time.
Yes.
There was lots of privates and then a few manufacturers, but everybody was still mailing with each other.
It was fantastic era, and I think all these cars, I was looking at them in the past, and I was always admire this car. So I think it's a fantastic event. It's really nice to see a championship coming for these cars. It wasn't there, and I'm very excited for next year.
Best of luck for today then.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Nicholas.